Britain's prisons are bursting at the seams. And with 80,000 men locked up, there have never been more women serving their own sentences on the other side of the bars.
No, go upstairs and play in your room. Move! Move!
With kids to feed and bills to pay,
Keep the change.
Thank you.
Need it.
they've got to maintain relationships.
If I go out while he's in there, it's like a major thing. He makes all these crazy stories up.
Hello?
And just continuously phone me.
Work out what to tell the kids.
His daughter thinks he's working for the Queen. That's why when she goes to see him, there's a lot of police about.
And support their men on the inside too.
Are you behaving yourself? No.
So who would be a prisoner's wife?
Some people might think I'm stupid for staying with him, but I actually, love the guy. It's not that easy to just give up on someone no matter what they do.
HMP Manchester, also known as Strangeways, holds almost 1,200 men, many of them judged high-risk Category A prisoners. All over Britain, thousands of women visit their men inside every day, and at Manchester, they're greeted by Debbie, who helps them navigate the minefield of being a prisoner's wife.
Who is it you're here to see? Yay! Hiya, Rebecca, you all right? Yeah. For a lot of partners visiting their loved one in prison, it can be quite a stressful process to get through. Will I get to my visit on time? Am I wearing what I am allowed to wear? You'll be all right. Just take your glasses up and you'll be all right. OK. You then have to book in with the officers, show them your ID, have your photograph taken and your fingerprints taken. So there's a lot to consider. Enjoy your visit. See you after. See ya.
I come every single week, sometimes twice a week. I've done this before for a long period of time, but this time round I come every week.
I'm here to see my partner, who I've been with for 2 years now, who's just got a life sentence doing 30 years before parole.
Life on the out is harder than on the in. They're the ones that deal with the backlash, continue to go to work, continue to take the children to school. They're having to deal with people's judgment and stigmatisation of them when they've done nothing wrong whatsoever.
It's scary when it's your first time and you've got to come and you don't know what to expect. And with your baby's got to get searched as well, it's not fair on them.
Number 11 and 12, please.
40-year-old Jamie is at Strangeways to visit her partner, Gary.
We get treated like a criminal, even though we're not. It's like they're still your family, they're still your partner, and you still will support them. So to get treated in a way that you do, like coming on visits, like having to pull your hair out, etc., it's just really...
Back at the family home in Bolton, Jamie's been left to bring up their 10-year-old daughter Brooklyn alone, while Gary is locked up.
It's like ponytail or French plait. French plait. When the police come through my door that day, even though they were searching my property, they wouldn't tell me why they had him. And obviously I didn't find out straight away what he was in there for. I went to the courts. I remember him looking up at me and saying, I'm banged to rights. Obviously, I've done what I've done. I've been stupid. And I'm gonna go guilty.
Jamie's partner, Gary, was caught with 4.5 kilos of heroin. He's now 2 years into an 11-year stretch.
You just think, like, 11 years on your own, are you gonna cope? It felt like my world had ended on it. It was awful. My life revolves around my kid, obviously. She's a little girl who loves her dad. Me and him had our arguments, but she always knew that we were still together, no matter what. And explaining to her that her dad's not going to be around to do the things that they normally do, it's hard.
Right, see you later. See you. See you later.
We're getting straight through. Oh, I hate this.
For 29-year-old Carmen, it's the 4th time her partner Ben has been to prison in their 11-year relationship.
Booking to get a visit is like one of the most stressful parts, I think.
This time, he's doing 5.5 years for conspiracy to burgle.
Hiya, can I book a visit, please? The 4th, is it? It's a very long chunk of my life, phoning him. Days, maybe weeks. We could be on for weeks now.
With Ben inside, Carmen is bringing up 12-year-old Olivia and 8-year-old Brody at home in Manchester.
You sound like you've got a cold. When I first met Ben, I already had Olivia from a previous relationship, and he took Olivia on as his own daughter. He was only 16, he could have just carried on with his life and went and met other girls and ones that didn't have kids. But he didn't.
All right, go on your own.
Of the 11 years we've been together, he's been inside half of them.
Can earwigs kill you?
No. Who told you that?
Alex.
It was the second time that hit us hard because I had Brody then. And obviously life with 2 children was stressful on your own.
Is that everything?
He went back again, a 3rd time. I kind of got used to it by then. Why we're still together? What a question. I don't know, I just think that obviously your family's your family, innit? You've got to like stick by each other through thick and thin. And it's the kid's dad, and when he is around, he's good. It's just, he's not around as much as he should be because he's always in prison.
Meanwhile in Preston, 33-year-old Laura is experiencing life as a prisoner's wife for the first time.
This at the front was dug out, ready to be flagged with a fence. This was taken down, it was a shed like that one there. And I'm having a porch built, but obviously Lee was doing it. So now it's not being done. So it's been left like this and it's just gone into complete disrepair.
Laura's partner Lee is doing 4 years for supplying Class A drugs.
Everything's on hold. I don't really have a life now. I just get by, basically, the best I can until Lee comes home.
With Lee inside, it's Laura who's holding the baby, 14-month-old Ava.
I think Lee did what he was doing because he wanted to make things a little easier for us, but it's not really. It's had the opposite effect. Obviously, I'd never say, oh, you know, it shouldn't have happened to us, it's not fair, and the fact is Lee committed a crime, and that crime required him to do a sentence, which he deserved. But it's hard, it is really hard. But we get through it, don't we, Ava?
All relationships have their ups and downs, but having your bloke locked up will put any couple to the test.
Relationships are put under, I would probably say, twice as much strain when a loved one's serving a custodial sentence. So that puts added pressure on the partner again. It's the household, the children, the bills, the food, everything.
Number 15. Not being able to have him just to speak to when there's a problem or anything like that, and having to wait for him to be able to contact me, that's been the hardest thing. Not being able to just tell him when there's a problem or have his support with something. I think that's hardest. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
It's so hard to live, be out here and have someone in there. Your life changes so much because you're doing everything on your own.
Brody. Brody. Go and ask Olivia, does she want some toast?
Getting the kids up and out of the house can be a challenge at the best of times.
No, go and ask her, because you're not going to hear her, are you?
For the men inside, a visit is a welcome distraction from the boredom of life on lockup, but it can create a huge disruption for the families.
I can only get there on certain days and certain times, so I just go once every 2 weeks. To me, it's okay, but to him, Ben's really, upset with it. Ben would have a visit every single day if he could. You all right, Liv? Yeah. What is it you're wearing?
Jeans.
OK. Right, well, I'm going to get a shower and wash my hair quick. I don't remember my first visit, but I remember Brodie being only 18 months, so we were still in nappies. I remember that being hard work.
Shut up and get out of the room.
Right, stop annoying her while she gets ready. It's the school holidays, and I'd rather be doing a family thing with him, like something good, not rushing around from 12. It takes up all day. So yeah, I feel sorry on him.
Are we going?
Yeah. But I do give him a choice. I'd never ever force them to go on a visit, because I feel like they're old enough now to make their own choices, whether they want to go or they don't want to go.
What are you doing? I'm putting it on my head.
Yeah, put your forehead in first.
I am.
Pull it forward. Not your full face, just your forehead.
You're stressing you.
It's challenging for me to go on a visit because Olivia's got ADHD and autism.
Stop.
Then we've got Brodie, who's only 8, so he's really like overactive at the minute.
How can you sit on the landing when we're getting ready? Move. Go and open your blinds. Brodie, open your blind.
Yeah.
Before I even get up there, I'm already stressed. And Ben's like, what's wrong with you? What do you think's wrong with me? We're 15 minutes late. It's just a mad rush. We have got to leave this house at 12:30, no matter what. Ready or not, we're going.
Mom.
Yeah. Our kid's not ready.
I don't want to spend my 30s how I spent my 20s, back and forth to prisons.
I ain't done no wrong. The kids ain't done no wrong. Yet we're going through all this stress every 2 weeks. For what?
Carmen's partner Ben is in prison 30 miles away from home in Manchester. Getting there for their 2-hour visit can take over their whole day.
I'm stressed. I feel sick, actually. Ben has put me in this position, and that's not really what I wanted. I didn't want that for the kids. I didn't want it for me.
You got your belt on, Brodie?
Yeah.
Ben might be locked up, but he could make Carmen's life easier. With good behaviour, he could be downgraded to a low-risk Category D open prison and be eligible for home visits. It's something he's never managed to do before.
I want him to prove that he's changing, prove that he can get the privileges. If he doesn't get it, there's a chance that I would pull the plug on our relationship. Just because, like, what hope have we got? If he can't be good in there.
Yeah. Passports, money.
For Jamie, the big pressure is money. She was arrested on suspicion of being connected with her partner Gary's crime, and it's left her struggling financially.
Because of Gary's actions, I had my benefits sanctioned, so you can imagine like the mess that that left me in.
She was eventually cleared, but she got into debt to get by.
I've got these debts that I'm still having to pay off. People believe that he's this big-time drug lord or whatever, and he's made thousands of pounds and he's stashed it all, and I'm benefiting from it. I'm far from benefiting from anything.
Jamie now works in a local cafe to make ends meet.
Obviously, it's Gary. He's like committed a crime. Yeah, he is paying the consequences. But at the same time, I haven't got that support now.
What's your name again?
Jamie.
Cheers, Jamie.
Do you another cup in a minute?
We have 2 of your mega breakfasts, please, Jamie.
Of course you can, yeah.
Can we change so there's no black pudding and tomatoes and a bit of bacon instead?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. I know if he was at home, he'd be helping me. But obviously where he is, he can't do anything. So actually, it's me doing for him on top of whatever else I've got to do for myself and Brooklyn.
Two.
And because he's cut off from everything, I've got to do whatever he needs me to do. So it's like ringing solicitors or trying to find out if they got this information, I've got a copy of this, have you got a copy of that? I'm constantly doing it or trying to do something to help him. That's another 24-hour job, that really. So, yeah, I'm stressed.
Give me £1.
Thank
Keep the change.
Thank you.
Need it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you later.
You're happy to go to bed, Ava?
For Laura, having her partner inside meant becoming a single mum virtually overnight.
It's me doing absolutely everything. I've changed every single nappy.
I've given her every bottle, I've fed her every meal. I don't get any help with it. My mum died a couple of years ago, and Lee's family live quite away from here.
Laura's been with Lee for 4 years. He was sent to prison just a week after their baby Ava was born.
It's just Groundhog Day. This is what it feels like when your partner's in prison. Every day is the same and you just kind of push through.
Prison's a waiting game, not just for the prisoner, but for the prisoners' families. We wait for phone calls, we wait for letters, we wait for news. We just wait. Everybody waits.
Outside of visits, phone calls are the women's main line of communication with their men on the inside.
Hiya. Just put Ava to bed anyway. She's been hard work today, like screaming fits and everything else, and then I've had like a nightmare with the car as well.
Laura does at least get to see Lee on the outside. As an inmate in a Category D open prison, he's qualified for home visits. But it's a privilege he'll lose if he doesn't keep his nose clean.
Are you behaving yourself? No. Well, you are, aren't you, really?
He's obviously committed to being good in there to give us what we want as a family.
But obviously we are at the mercy of the system, so I'm prepared for him not coming out. We need you warmth, don't we, Lee? Yeah, that's like the main thing for us, isn't it? Just be good anyway, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, yeah? Love you. Bye.
Pops Visit Centre, Debbie speaking. How can I help? Hiya, Julie. How are you?
It's not just coping with life alone that is hard for the women on the outside. Being a prisoner's wife means having to deal with the emotional needs of the men on the inside, too.
All they do 24/7 is think, well, where is she? What's she doing? What's happening?
Presently here at Manchester, there are in-cell phones on a number of the wings. If people are in a really good, solid relationship, those phones don't pose a problem. However, for those women where it's a bit rocky and it's a bit unstable, those phones put the control back in the hands of the men.
Visitors number 4, please.
You've got to answer the phone calls, you've got to be there for the phone calls. If you're not there, then it messes, like they get paranoid. All they can think about is what's happening on the outside. So if I'm out drinking, he's probably thinking who's she out drinking with. I'm not the prisoner, I want to go out and do things, but then you've got to think about how they feel.
Jamie's partner, Gary, is only 2 years in to an 11-year sentence.
I know we're in this situation because of him, but it's just so hard to blame him. For me, if it got, oh, this is your fault and what have you, I just think it's just adding to how he's feeling, and I wouldn't want him to get depressed in there because that'll have an effect on us as a family anyway. That's when he came home last time. I think he'd only been out a few days. Some people might think I'm stupid for staying with him, but I actually love the guy. So it's not that easy to just give up on someone no matter what they do. That's like when we first got together, like years and years and years ago. From being 16, I'm like pushing on to 41 now. And he's been a part of my life for 20 odd years. Because we've grown up together and we've been through a lot, it's like we're not just like boyfriend and girlfriend, we're quite good mates as well. He'd been in trouble for drugs before he even got with me, and I just thought he'd left that kind of thing in the past. It was like we were quite happy.
With good behaviour, Gary could be out within 3 years. But he could also be looking at more time if he can't pay back the money that the court says he made illegally.
At the end of the day, he's been stupid, and it is what it is, and if we're together, we've just got to deal with it. We can't keep blaming each other because it's just going to tear strips out of each other and then we'll end up splitting up, and it's not what either of us want, so just got to keep saying, keep happy.
Carmen's partner Ben has spent half of their 11 years together inside.
I hope you had a nice holiday, Carmen. I am missing you so much. I cannot wait to get out of them gates to the love of my life and move on with our life. And hopefully have a beautiful life together, because we are made for each other. It makes me laugh. I know it sounds tight, but it's just jail talk again. Probably at the time I thought he was telling the truth. But we're on number 4 now, aren't we? If you borrowed money off someone 4 times and they didn't pay it you back, 5th time you're gonna not borrow it, am I? That's a way of putting it. Hello, my darling. So I hope you are okay and I miss you so much. I want to tell you that I am so happy that we found each other, because I am so in love with you. You make me happy every day. So I hope you forgive me, and when I get out, I will show you I am a new Ben. He's obviously been horrible to me. I can only ever think it's for going out or something like that. If I go out while he's in there, it's a major thing. If he makes all these crazy stories up, and then every minute he can, he'll phone me. Even before I go out, it's so you're going out to dance with boys? And I'll start laughing and say, no, obviously not. Don't go out to dance with boys. Go out to have a break from the kids and have a catch up with my friends. Say if I was out and I seen one of his friends and then I come home, I'll speak to him the next day and be like, oh, I seen such as that. I can't say that because it'll blow way out of proportion. They'd be like, oh, was you dancing with him? Was you do? It turns into a big thing, but I don't ever want to say that I didn't see him, because if his friend says, oh, I seen Carmen, then it'd look bad on me. Obviously, it's because he's locked in there, but that's not my fault. I've still got to enjoy myself. It seems a bit selfish, but I don't think I should stop what I'm doing now to protect his feelings, because he needs to know that life goes on even though he is in there.
Leah's been locked up before, but this is the first time he's been inside since he's been with Laura.
I've known Lee for about 10 years. He's a bit of a rogue, actually. Not the type of person you'd probably take home to, your mum and dad, or your nan. But no, he was never a bad person, just had that bad boy image, and he was kind of like that. I had 2 kids already, and the last thing that you need to have around children is someone that's a bit of a bad boy, and you needed to do a little bit of growing up before you had any kind of go of it. That's the day after I come out of hospital. Yeah, and he was absolutely besotted with her. She looks like a little doll. She was so perfect.
Having made room in her life for Lee, and now with a young baby together, Laura's hoping he's finally changed.
I'm not the type of person to sit around and put up with him going in and out of prison. I'm slogging my backside off out here, trying to keep the family together and make sure that everything functions and works well, so I expect him to do the same in there, and he knows that. I have laid down the law and said, if you fuck around in there, I'll fuck around out here.
Life can be hard for the prisoners' wives, but it can be even tougher on their kids.
His daughter actually thinks that he's working for the Queen. He's minding the Queen jewels. That's why when she goes to see him, there's a lot of police about.
I just had to tell him that he's on holiday if he was to ever ask why they missed out. Just say he was working on holiday.
My daughter struggled when her dad first went away. There were night tremors, her waking up, where is Daddy? When will he be home? We said Daddy was working away. Yeah, he's working from within the prison. So it was part lie, part truth. She knew her dad was in a prison, she didn't know in what capacity.
We're making your hair orange like it's.
It has red.
Its hair isn't red.
Are you sure?
It's orange. Lift your chin up.
8-year-old Brody is getting used to life without his dad, Ben.
Is it done now?
Come on.
Yep. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't know how to no sweets, give me some dough. Come on, people!
Shh. Don't be rude, Brody. At the minute, I'm finding it quite difficult with Brody. And Ben's noticing it now on visits as well.
Trick or treat, smell my feet. Trick or treat.
About 6 months ago, he started being like a real handful. Like he keeps swearing and being a bit physical, like where he's smashing things up. And I don't know what to do in that situation.
Thank you.
And it's sad because he's such a nice kid and he's always been so placid. Go on, go to the next one.
Bear sweets! I've got bear sweets, innit? Bear sweets!
I think he's upset and he's sad and angry. He just goes into this dark mood and it's difficult to get him out of it. Thank you. Thank you. I do hope he's learned, like, from seeing his dad in there that it's not a good life. I hope that he thinks, I want to be different to my dad. And I would try my ultimate best to make sure he wasn't like that. About 2 months sweets there. Teeth will fall out. It was good though, wasn't it?
Yeah, very, very good.
Are you hungry? Yeah, it's a cottage pie.
Laura's partner Lee being in prison has taken its toll on the whole family.
How was your daily?
It was all right, to be honest. The usual.
Little Lee, her son from a previous relationship, had become close to the new man of the house when Big Lee was locked up.
Little Lee was upset at school when Big Lee went to prison, and it kind of did affect his schoolwork. It affected his attitude at school. What's that that leaflet that you brought on from school today, Lee?
I'm not sure, to be honest. They put it in my folder and told me to bring it back. Everyone got them.
Well, I was helpless to help Lee when he was at school as well, and I also felt that because obviously Big Lee's my partner, that it was indirectly my fault as well. How's your tea, Lee? You've nearly eaten it all, so it must be all right.
Yeah, I'm hungry. Lee being in prison, it's had a big effect on me because we were quite close. I miss hearing his voice around the house a lot. Sometimes he used to take me out on my motorbike. That was fun. I miss those things. I miss him every day, to be honest. When he comes out, it's going to be quite exciting. I know it's quite a while away, but it'll be exciting and I'll be very happy. The last thing that he did for me last time I saw him, he made me tea and biscuits. So I'm going to make him tea and biscuits.
Dear Daddy, how's your day been? I'm doing good. You are the best dad in the whole wide world and nobody can change that, not even the tiniest bit. I'll still love you to the moon and back.
Jamie's daughter Brooklyn was only 8 when her dad Gary was sent away. She'll be 13 when he's out, if he gets early release for good behaviour.
Lots of loving kisses from Brooklyn. P.S. Behave yourself and be a good boy. Here's a letter that my dad has written me. Yes, Brooke, how's it going, my princess? Hope you're okay and doing really well at school. I want you to start being good at home and being good for Mum. I just want to say that I miss you every single day and this 14 months has gone so quick. So hopefully I should be home a couple of years. Anyway, going to go now. Got to speak to you on the prison film tomorrow, okay? Lots of love, Daddy. I do get a bit upset because he's done something that has made him be put into prison. Everyone else has got family time and stuff like that with their mums and dads, and I can't because my dad's where he is. I don't want him to go back into prison again because I don't like it at all.
Jamie's had her own experience of being locked up and missing her kid. She was held on remand in connection with one of Gary's earlier offences, when Brooklyn was just a baby.
I was on remand for 14 months. Brooklyn was 10-month-old, so you can imagine 14 months old. She was like talking. The hardest thing was seeing her for an hour or two a week. And like when I was trying to get like tell her to come and sit with me, she was like running away and going to my mum, which was really, really hard to deal with. I mean, Brooklyn was tiny then. She didn't know anything then. It's been twice as hard this time because she knows what's going on. She needs things, she needs a dad. And 1 hour a week and a few phone calls isn't enough for any kid. I'm never going through this again. When these are over, that's it.
I just can't wait for him to come home though and get to spend time with his kids, what he's missed out on. Because he missed out on a lot. His first birthday, he missed out on everything.
I'm pregnant and I'm going to all the appointments on my own, doing everything on my own. Every time he kicks, it's breaking my heart that he's not there to feel it. So he's missing out on a lot.
I'm glad that there isn't any other children and families in the park today, because it's not as apparent to us what we're missing.
Yay!
When we come to the park and these other kids around and I see the dads pushing the children in the prams or pushing them on the swings, it is a little bit gut-wrenching because you just think, wow, you are on your own and, you know, her dad's in prison and it's such a shame, really. Lee hasn't even pushed over on the swings.
In that first year, there's so many new things, so many changes, the first steps, little things like when they first sit up or even when they just lift their head up. That moment that could have brought you a little bit of joy becomes a sad moment because you can't help but think, oh, Lee should be here to see this. You know, as much as you're happy that, oh God, they've just took the first steps, he's devastating at the same time because he's missed it.
With Gary in prison, it's left to Jamie to make up for his absence by doing the things Brooklyn used to do with her dad.
Obviously, she's missing out on her dad and family life, so I find it really important to try and do as much with Brooklyn as I can. I work and she's got school and we've got visits, but obviously she needs some fun time and I think like mum and daughter time. Got me! I'm just bothered that the time that she's had away from her dad, that may have an effect. Quite tough, and she's dealing with it probably like an adult, really. When the day her dad comes home, she'll bounce back, she'll be back to normal. It'll be like he's not been away.
Oh, it's 11:30. Oh my God.
Carmen's getting ready for the latest family milestone Ben is going to miss, Olivia's 13th birthday.
She's going to be a teenager, isn't she? I think it's a big thing, mate. Like, it's a big thing to her as well. Being 13 and Ben's not here. It's a shame. I feel like I put that extra effort in because her dad's not here as well. So, like, I try and go that extra mile so she's not thinking, oh, like, I wish my dad was here. And he won't be here till... I think it's going to be her 15th birthday. I'm frustrated with him because it's not the first time. I don't understand why he wants to miss all these birthdays and all these nice things that isn't, you know, you don't get these times back, do you? That's it.
It's a shock, like I didn't know she would do everything like this. Put balloons up in the air, banners up, presents lay down on the floor. My dad. Hiya.
Good morning, beautiful.
Morning.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What are you doing today?
I'm going to Trafford Centre to get my makeup done and coming back home, getting dressed and having a party.
You having a party?
Yeah, at mine.
You're not getting pissed, are you?
No.
You better not be. Well, have a nice day. I've got to go to work, right?
Right, love you.
Have a nice day, princess. I love you.
Love you.
Right, see you in a bit. Bye-bye.
That was nice for him to phone me. It made me feel happy and sad in a way because he's not here on my birthday, and it would be nice if he was here.
No, you need to put your head up.
I put that pin in wrong. My mates are gonna all come, like we'll order Domino's and then they'll all sleep at mine. Like, I've been trying not to think about my dad. It's not the first time he's not been here for my birthday. He's not been here, quite a lot of them.
Ready?
Happy birthday to you. It's upsetting that he's not here, but hopefully I'll be here for my other birthdays.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
I want him to get a job. I want us to go on holidays. I want us all to be happy. A happy family.
For a future, I wish you don't meet anybody that goes to prison. And if they do go to prison, just to leave them at the first hurdle. She should. She don't want to waste a life on that.
Jamie's partner, Gary, is already locked up on a drug dealing conviction. But he could face more time if he doesn't pay back money the court says he made from crime.
They're putting a figure on him of what they want him to pay back from what he's made from his crime, or he could do extra time in jail.
Gary's appearing at court this morning to hear if he's facing more time.
Whatever he gets, I'm with him anyway. If he got longer than 2 years, I think he'd be upset. I know that he wants to come home. I know he's sorry for what he's done. I just don't want to have to go and tell my little girl. Like, I don't know. I'm not prepared for it all.
For any prisoner, all thoughts of the future are focused on the big day when they get out. It's no different for the prisoners' wives.
I'm waiting for him to come home now. 7.5 months, and then that's it. Done.
I never wanted to be a prisoner's wife. It's not a lifestyle to live, it's horrible. But I wouldn't change him. I'd change what he's done, but I wouldn't change him.
We're hoping he can get out for the birth, but don't know if it's going to happen, so I wouldn't like to say. I wouldn't like to get my hopes up.
It's just as hard when they get out. They're probably full of the joys, want to go out, want to celebrate, and the partner, wife, girlfriend is sat there worrying that if they go out, are they going to come back again? Is there going to be a repeat of what happened last time? It's not all sunshine and flowers.
What a bro.
Yes, please.
You don't want brown sugar, do you?
I don't mind brown sugar.
Carmen's mum's popped round for a chat, but Carmen's got bad news. She's just discovered that her partner Ben has lost his job in prison.
I think he went on the Friday and said, no, go back to your cell. And then he come back and phoned me and said, I'm not going to work today, I've been sacked.
With no explanation to it at all, with it?
No, so I said, you better go and find out what's going on. And he's telling me I'm not doing nothing, but I don't know. I can't, I have no explanation for myself and it's horrible.
What can you do?
For all I know, he could have been in trouble, but I won't find out.
No.
Losing his job means losing his privileges. Like special family dates where Carmen and the kids could spend proper time with Ben.
If we miss out on that family day, it's not him that has to tell the kids, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Like,
again.
I have to explain to the kids.
Because of it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Do what you want to yourself, but not even me, don't upset your kids.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what he should be doing it for, the kids.
I'm just fed up of this life, being on my own all the time. I'm in a relationship, but the person's not there. It's a weird feeling. He's not doing himself any favours at the minute, you know, by keep letting me down, because it's just like putting a wedge in between us because I'm getting angry all the time. He's like frustrated with me now because he says that I've changed and I'm not being the same person I used to be, but that's just because I'm trying to just get on with my life. I'm not ready to pull the plug on it yet, but obviously just see what happens in the future and see where things go.
Jamie's just heard the result of the court hearing against her partner, Gary.
They've given him a figure of £80,000 that he has to find within 3 months, and if he doesn't, he has to do an extra 12 months, which he'll do after that, which would be on like an extra 6 months on top of his sentence. He hasn't got that kind of money. He wouldn't let me and his kids struggle and be in all this debt if he had that money. He hasn't got it. But it could have been anything up to 5 years, what the judge give him. So he's just had to accept what they've actually said. I can go on and tell my little girl that it's 6 months. She can deal with that. It's better than having 2 years extra.
Laura's getting ready to go and collect Big Lee. He's been behaving himself, so he's qualified for a home visit.
Choices. Anybody would think I was going on a full day out or a night out, but I'm not. I'm just picking him up. I suppose it's like getting ready for a date. It is a bit more special than a prison visit because we're not restricted to what we do and we can actually spend time as a family. So yeah, it is exciting. Are you ready, baby? Gonna go and get Dada? I am really happy with him because he has behaved well, and you don't get these day releases or overnight releases without having to put the effort in. So obviously to me, Lee's shown me that he's put the effort in and we're obviously worth it. So I'm really, really pleased with him. It's a rush first thing in the morning, no matter how early I get up. I'm sick of driving to and from this prison, so I will be like happy when he can start coming and picking me up from somewhere. Definitely going to be keeping him on the straight and narrow when he comes out. He's not messing around. I'm not going through this again. This will be the only time I do it. It's not the life I want for myself or my children. Things are looking good for our future. It is about looking at the long game. We're going to get married. We've got Ava to look after and bring up, and that's going to be fun. We've planned to go on holiday, so yeah, I'm happy. It'll be his actual release, which is in August. Still a few months, but we're getting closer, and that's the main thing. So we will have our happy ending.
Laura and her partner Big Lee continue to enjoy his overnight home visits, and they're looking forward to his release this summer. Jamie's partner Gary has been moved from Strangeways to a lower security Category C prison with a play area for kids. Carmen's partner Ben has got a new job in prison and he's still trying to get moved to a Category D prison so that he can qualify for home visits.